Every year, I watch business owners go through the holiday season with good offers but bad strategy. And it's not their fault. Most of us are just taught to post more and pray that people buy. Here's the truth. Most holiday sales fail long before the sales week even starts. This is because we don't actually align our offers with what is going on currently. It doesn't mean you have to create some special holiday bundle or whatever, but if your belief system is that the holiday season is when people aren't spending, you are wrong. People are more likely to open their wallets in fourth quarter than any other time of the year, whether that's to get their mind, body, soul, or business on track. This is the time that they are going to open up and buy. This is why you need to get yourself aligned. This is why you need your podcast, your YouTube channel, and any other strategy you're using to actually be working for you. So I'm going to walk you through the 3 biggest reasons that your holiday sales and fourth quarter sales are flopping and what you can do differently right now so that this year looks different and is wildly successful. Are you ready? Let's go. Welcome to Beyond the Downloads, the show that dives deeper than stats and charts to reveal the real impact of your podcast. I'm Jennifer Dragonette, founder of the Bold Action Collective, where we believe that bold moves truly spark transformation. Each week, we explore how your unique story, passion, and purpose can create powerful connections that will change lives, yours and those of your listeners. If you're ready to go beyond the metrics, embrace bold action, and unleash the life raft potential of your podcast, you're in the right space. Let's go. Okay, let's be real. Your offer might be invisible. I'm raising my hand. My offers are sometimes invisible because I don't actually talk about them. This is what most entrepreneurs do, that you don't actually connect your content with your offer. Hello, shout out. I am right there with you. And that's why I'm creating this and starting to share with you in September that we need to change this before the big buying season comes. This is also why I'm creating the 30-day push for the holidays, is because you need accountability. You need that push. You need that group where you can come in and that support network and that mastermindy call thing, whatever you want to call it, so that you actually push through. So here's what's happening. You're posting every day. You're showing up. Your podcasts are going out. But what you're not doing is actually pushing, because your mindset in your mind right now, it's saying fourth quarter. People are spending money on the holidays. People aren't going to buy. People are going to be too busy to do my programs. People aren't going to listen to my podcast. And yes, there is a dip in podcast listenership from summertime and sometimes around the holidays. But here's the thing. People are also more likely to open their wallets because they're at the end of the year push, trying to get their businesses to grow, trying to get that health goal that they committed to in the beginning of the year, trying to get those things done so that they actually make this year, 2025, or whatever year you're listening to this, work for them. So they are likely to buy if you're actually connecting this to your content. This is why I'm talking about why holiday sales are failing and how you want to avoid it, because this is the time. The time is now to set this up. You know, you're posting. I see those motivational posts. I see those end of summer, back to school posts. I see all these things. But what you're forgetting to do is actually tying it back to the way that you sell, to your offers, to the way that you support them. You know, people need to hear about your offer 7 to 10 times before they actually act. Yes, if they're listening to your podcast, that is a lot shorter window than 7 to 10 times, because they're already your super fans. They're already all in. You're already supporting them. But we aren't just pushing on podcasts. Sadly, we're also doing YouTube. Some of us are still doing social media, all of the different things. So we need to start making those touch points. We need to be top of mind. So whether you're doing a Black Friday sale or you're doing a special end of year thing, or like me, I'm doing the 30-day holiday push, which is actually setting you up for that holiday buying season where you're getting a mastermind with support, group calls, and daily actions so that you can stay on track without getting overwhelmed. Because, hey, that's the problem, right? Is we get overwhelmed. Visibility is not the same as connection. And I hear this all the time. Visibility, visibility, visibility. Yeah, great. Yeah, great. So you went viral and you're super, super visible. Is that actually getting you sales? Is that actually getting you to connect with another human? Is that actually moving your business forward? Likely not, because they're seeing something they like. They're binging something that went viral, but they're not actually taking that action. They're not actually doing the thing that's going to move your business needle forward, which is the true connection. This is where we need to be. This is not about being seen everywhere. It's about bringing your audience to an understanding of what your offer actually solves and how it helps their problem so they can move forward. So if you're asking yourself, oh my goodness, do I even have an irresistible offer? Do I even have this? How many times in the last 2 weeks have you actually pointed people back to your offer? Do you even know what your offer is? Is your offer crystal clear? This is the first week inside of our 30-day push, is getting crystal clear on that award-winning offer. There's a lot you can do in 30 days, but if we can tweak your offer, and hey guys, if you join, Early Bird gives you a 1-hour intensive with me so we can really nail in this offer. I'm telling you, this 30-day push is going to be a game changer and lead you right up to Black Friday and the best sale time of the year for your business. And you'll get support along the way. So when you hit burnout, we're here for you. But I want you to ask yourself, are you actually pushing to your offer? Is your offer actually converting? Have you created the offer? Do you think your offer is good? These are things that I want you to start thinking about. So right now, one of the biggest issues, again, is your offer might be invisible because maybe you've said, oh my goodness, in the last 2 weeks, I haven't really pointed people back to an offer. I'm raising my hand. I do this too. So don't give yourself crap for it. Take it as a learning experience and start doing it today. So reason number 2 is that your content disappears. So most of you, although you have a podcast, you're relying on post stories and reels that vanish in 24 hours. Lately, I have been seeing some stuff that shows up a little bit beyond 24 hours that was like from the past. But here's the truth, is sometimes someone sees your posts and they just move on. The promo might already be over. They may have gone back and looked at your stuff and you're like, oh my goodness, that promo's gone. And they just move on. So this is the difference when it comes to really setting yourself up for success. Yes, we want to push with those short-term things. We want to push those holidays with that quick win. But if we set up that quick win with an offer that can sustain and last a lifetime, then that's where the magic happens. This is where that YouTube and podcast strategy comes in. So you start building out this next 30 days to push towards the holiday. And then you have all this great, beautiful content. And maybe you just switch out the offer at the end. So you can always go back and have a evergreen platform and an evergreen link where people can go to and see what's going on right now. Remember, podcasting, searchable, bingeable, lasting, this is what you want. Add in and layer in the YouTube and you're like, boom, SEO goldmine, because now you're searchable on Google. People can find you weeks, months, years after you publish and still land on an offer. So although right now I'm offering this 30-day holiday push, there will also be a New Year's push that I'll be doing, a mini mastermind style in January. There might be a spring push. There might be a summer push. And what's happening is I'm building this out so that I can create something that's evergreen. So if you're creating something that's only good for right now, you're really setting yourself up to have to work a lot harder. And this is one of the things that we talk about in these 30-day pushes, is how we can take these 30-day pushes, rinse and repeat to create something evergreen that's going to keep filling your bucket, filling your programs, filling your bank account, and doing all the things. Because if you're just posting the stories and reels, let's be honest, so little of your audience is actually seeing it. It's so overwhelming. Everyone's sick of courses and content, and they're not connecting deeper with you. Maybe you're visible, but again, it's all about connection. So, for me, I have podcast episodes from 2+ years ago that are still bringing people into my business. Heck, the podcast that I closed down 18 months ago, Feed Your Business with Love, is still getting people listening to it daily, and people are still signing up for a freebie that I left open because I wanted them to be able to have it, but it doesn't actually go anywhere anymore because I don't teach chronic pain management anymore. I don't teach the stuff that was in and that was being offered from there, but it's still bringing people in. I still see people getting that freebie. I still am supporting people in that way years and years and years later. This is why it's important to build out a strategy that's not just a 30-day push to get your thing out, because we do want that. We do want to hustle right now. We do want to push right now. We don't want to overwhelm and burn out, but we want to start putting our effort in to get those holiday sales, because fourth quarter is likely a time when people are going to open those wallets and pay for your services, and you'll actually be able to support them. So the holidays aren't just about this week's sale. It's about bringing in that long-term discoverability and having people come in. Again, this is why podcast and YouTube is my thing. This is why video meets podcast is just so juicy and so close to my heart, is because I want to drive traffic in January, February, March, April, May, and all the months. I don't want to just work right now really hard for 30 days to just get through the holidays. And that's what we're doing inside this 30-day push, is really making sure that your offer is juicy, not invisible, and that you're not just relying on content that disappears. So reason number 3, I see so many people fail at really capitalizing on this end of year buying frenzy, is that you're waiting too long. This is why I'm talking to you about this in September, is because if you start in November, if you start on Black Friday, you're invisible. Everybody else has already started. So you have to make sure that you are prepping and priming your audience. Think about the psychology of your audience. People need a warning before they want to buy. You need to tell them what they don't know. You need to show them what's possible. You need to take them from pain point to glory. And that's not an overnight thing most of the time. They're not going to wake up on Black Friday and all of a sudden you make a post and you make a podcast and they suddenly trust you and want to open their wallets and pay you. That's not going to happen. You've got to build that trust. And right now is when you want to start building that trust. You want to start teasing things out. Then you want to actually start doing a lead up to your offers, doing some pre-sales. And then if it's something that you do a special on Black Friday, of like a Black Friday and a Cyber Monday sale or whatever. I don't really like sales. I like beefing up the offer personally, but if a sale is what you like to do, great. So you got to start thinking about that content lead time, especially when it takes podcast and YouTube, because sometimes it takes weeks. It takes time for people to come up. Again, podcasting especially, you have to market, you have to get people in there. Searchability on podcasts is still terrible, but YouTube can find it right away. But if you start now, it's just like, I don't know if you've ever heard of, or you start looking on Pinterest right now, how you want to decorate your Christmas tree, right? Because you want to start finding all the cool stuff. Same with your offers at this end of the year. We got to start thinking about it. We got to start, priming the pump for holiday shopping. I mean, think of all this stuff. Like, I like to be done by October because I don't like to go out in the crazies. So sometimes throughout the entire year, I am looking for gifts for someone. This way you at least know what you're going to buy or who you're going to buy for, or what the budget is. If you have to think about budget, your audience is the same way. You've got to start thinking about them in advance, or you're going to go out and just buy the last little thing and it might not be the perfect gift and might be way out of your budget, but you just had to get it done. And that doesn't feel good when you're bringing people into your offers either. So marketing is kind of like planting and not just microwaving. You're cooking the meal, you're planting the seeds, you're nurturing it, you're growing it. So if you want to harvest those sales, you've got to start planting those seeds now. Yes, September. I'm already talking about November and December, end of year. But that's why it's so important. That's why I'm creating the 30-day push, which is starting in October, where we're going to push. It's actually a little bit longer than 30 days because let's be honest, it's part of October pushed through November, because I want to make sure that you're all set up and that you have support. And when you start floundering, you can go into the community. Right now, early bird, you also get a 60-minute conversation with me one-on-one, where we can kind of fine tune these offers so that it can become an evergreen. Even if it is a holiday push, you can evergreen it so that it could be a New Year's push and whatever it is that you have going on. I'm really excited about this. This is my gift, is to see all your crazy ideas, find that golden thread. So that one-on-one call is great. And then you have the support of the group, and then you have the daily actions of where you should be posting, what you should be posting, and how to make all of that happen. That's inside the 30-day push. For a limited time, it's even under $500. I mean, come on, like $500 to make that and create this 30-day rinse and repeat program where you can actually have your aligned offer, your marketing strategy, your YouTube, your podcast, and your entire email or social strategy all lined up. You can rinse and repeat. I mean, that's a looking deal. And you get a one-on-one call with me, which is a $250 value. Winner chicken dinner. Speaking of which, I was in Idaho, and there's actually a road in Idaho called Chicken Dinner, and I drove on it the other day. It made me chuckle. But anyways, so I want you to start thinking about these things. Again, the reasons that most of your offers fail during the holidays isn't because people aren't buying. It's one, that your offer is invisible. Two, that you're relying on content that just disappears, that is creating so much energy to create. And three, you're waiting too long to start actually talking about it. So you need to start those promotions now. You need to start building that trust now. You need to start building that action. So your action of the week is I want you to choose one thing. I want you to connect one piece of content directly to your offer. Publish one long form piece of content that talks about your offer. And then I want you to share a behind the scenes warm up of what that offer is for the holidays. So you got that? So I'm so excited because next week we're talking about the step-by-step warm-up for October that shows you exactly what to post, where to post it, how to create that long-form content, how to create all the things without burning out so that you can set your audience up for holiday end-of-year sales. So don't miss it. Go out and make today amazing because you are beautiful, you are wonderful, you are worthy, and your voice deserves a microphone. Now go do the thing.